dive in. And one of those house cleaning items is that we are recording this. So if you don't mind muting yourself, and if you don't want to be seen on a video, please stop your video feed. If you have questions, we ask that you please use the chat function, and we will try to get back to those at the end of each segment of the presentation. If for some reason we aren't able to answer your question, feel free to email us at pasr@pasr.org or to call into our office. And we will send a link to this recording and the PowerPoint that we're going to be using. So most of your questions should be answered through the sharing of those, and you'll get those in an email later this afternoon. Today, you're going to be hearing from me. I am Mark Krempa, an administrative officer with PASR. You'll also be hearing from Kristen Holges from PASR. She's the director of administration here. And then you're going to hear a little bit from three of our partners, Sherry Cobley from Davis Vision, Mary Speicher from United Concordia Dental, and Tom Trispagonas of Trispagonas Insurance and Grove Wealth Management. So we're just going to do a quick overview of what PASR is, just to make sure that everybody has a better understanding of that. So PASR was founded in 1937. So we are currently in our 85th year of operation. We operate on two different levels. We have a state level association that's based out of Mechanicsburg, where we have a staff of 7 people, but we are overseen by a board of directors that are made up of volunteers who used to be in the educational system. We also operate at a chapter level. So most of our chapters are organized around the local county level, and they operate quasi-independently. So you can be a member of one or of both organizations. And the purpose of both levels of our group is simply to help people enjoy retirement, hopefully make it a bit more affordable. One of the big reasons that people join us is for the benefits that we offer, a way to save money, to make some products a little cheaper. And that's where you'll be hearing from our partners from Davis, United Concordia, and Trispagonas Insurance. One of the other reasons, though, is that we do offer quite a few social opportunities. So mainly at our local level, at our chapter level, there are lots of get-togethers. They put together golf outings, luncheons, small trips to see theater shows, to go to baseball games, those types of activities. At the state level, one of our bigger social events is that we do offer 2 trips a year, usually one abroad and one domestically. So this year we are offering a trip to the Virginia International Tattoo Fest, kind of a celebration of military pageantry. And we're also sponsoring a trip to Scotland and Ireland. If you have any interest at all in those trips, you can find out more details at pasr.org. Our local chapters also do a ton of trips. And again, they will do smaller trips, day trips to a theater, to local attractions, but some of them also offer some big international trips. For instance, one of our chapters is offering a trip to the French Riviera. I believe that's our Lehigh chapter. Our Dauphin chapter is sponsoring a trip to Spain. So there are a lot of travel opportunities where you can go with a group of people who share some common interests, given that everybody was in education. Beyond the social opportunities of getting together with former colleagues, of meeting people who may have worked in the same district that you don't know yet, and kind of building a better social structure, a lot of our chapters also get very involved in continuing to help their community. It's a continuation of what most of us had joined education to do, to help educate people, to help make our communities a better place. So a lot of our chapters do community service projects, whether it's helping to stock local food banks, doing backpack lunch drives at schools, a lot of programs that help veterans, that help elderly people that have limited mobility and financial means. We provide money for scholarships for students, grants for educators to help cover projects they might want to do that the district budget won't cover. So very involved, both on the local level at our chapters and also on the state level. Little note on this slide that last year we raised about $44,000 to for Feeding PA to help alleviate hunger disparities across the state. And next you'll hear from Kristen Holges.
PASR is the only group that is organized solely for the benefits of school retirees. Our main priority is to secure a cost of living adjustment for our members, but also keep them updated on issues that are pertinent to their retirement. We also offer a lot of benefits, not only the dental and vision and some of the other ones that Tom Trispagonas will be talking about today, but we also offer in particularly heating oil discounts, propane discounts, especially with the cost of inflation. And we also have discounts on computers through Dell and Apple. And just want to give you one more reminder that we'll be emailing after this presentation the details of the pricing for our products. Right now I'd like to introduce Sherry Cobley, the client services consultant for Davis Vision. She does an awesome job of taking care of our vision policyholders. Sherry.
Hi, good morning, everyone. As Kristen said, my name is Sherry Cobley. I've been working with PARS for many years, and PARS has enjoyed Davis Vision benefits since 2005. So, you know, you think of a vision plan, you think of your glasses or your contact lenses. However, it's very important that everyone maintains their routine eye exams. Routine eye exams can detect multiple medical conditions such as diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, high cholesterol, and lupus, just to name a few. So with the Davis Vision Plan, we do have a national network, and it's comprised of independent providers, ophthalmologists, optometrists, as well as retailers. So there's a few different ways you can use your vision benefits through Davis Vision. Although if you go to an in-network provider, you're definitely going to maximize your benefits. So if you go to an independent provider's office, you're going to get your paid in full eye exam. There's a Davis Vision frame collection that can be found at the independent providers' offices. So there's 222 frames in the Davis Vision frame collection. And if you choose one of those frames, you're going to have a choice of having a paid in full frame, or the most you would pay out of pocket would be $40. Those frames, along with your lenses, carry a 1-year warranty. So if your dog chews the frames, if you lose the frames, we're going to replace them, no charge, up to 1 year. And for more information on the benefits, you can head to pasr.org/membership/member benefits. With the Davis Vision Plan, there's two options available. There's a standard plan and there's an enhanced plan. Both carry an annual eye exam. So when going to an in-network provider, it's covered in full, zero out of pocket. If you choose the standard plan, the materials are every 24 months. And if you choose the enhanced plan, the benefits are every 12 months. So again, going to an in-network provider, your standard lenses are covered in full. Frames, you can either choose from a Davis Vision frame collection at an independent provider's office, or if you go to a retailer or choose another frame from the provider's own supply, you'll get a $100 retail allowance plus 20% discount off of any balances. If you would happen to go to a VisionWorks store, your allowance is going to be $150 for your frame plus 20% discount on any balances. If you are a contact lens wearer, we do have a contact lens collection / formulary that can be found at the independent provider's office. And if you wear one of the collection contact lenses, your fitting and follow-up is going to be covered in full. However, if you go to a retailer for your contact lenses, you would receive an $85 retail allowance plus 15% off any balances. So in addition, we also offer great discounts on lens options whenever going to an in-network provider's office. So, whenever you go for your glasses, how many times, you need bells and whistles, or we all use bells and whistles on our lenses. So scratch coating, the polycarbonate lenses for adults, progressive lenses for adults, or transition lenses, the lenses that, darken whenever you go outside. So you're going to save like over 50% off of the retail allowance whenever choosing those options, whenever you go to an in-network provider. If you choose to go to an out-of-network provider, you'll be reimbursed allowances. So let's say $32 for your exam, $30 for a frame, contacts up to $85. And these are all listed on the website as well. I'd like to check it out. So the pricing for the vision plan, the standard plan, $70 for an individual. The enhanced plan, $80. And this is an annual rate. So if you really think about it, you can't even go get an exam for $80. So you get your exam, plus you get your glasses, or if you choose to use your benefits for contact lenses. So it's really going to save you a lot of money out of pocket. So I know some of you might ask, I have the HOP or the HOP medical plan, and how does that vision compare to the Davis Vision Plan? Well, the HOP or the HOP plan, that is through IMED, and you have to be enrolled in the medical plan in order for to be eligible for the vision. So the PASR Davis Vision Plan is a standalone plan that allows for eyewear and exams every year if you choose the enhanced plan. And I believe their plan is every other year. And also it has increased allowances for your frames and for the contact lenses. And also with the Davis Vision Plan, the retirees and the spouse, they can enroll separately. And under the HOP or the HOP plan, the retirees and spouse must be enrolled in the same plans. So I can stay on the line if anyone has any questions regarding the plans.
If anybody does have questions, the best way to do it would be to put it into the chat function. So while we wait and see if any questions pop up, I'll give everybody a moment or so. I did also want to point out that for those of you who are approaching retirement or recently retired and are beginning to look at Medicare, most Medicare options don't include dental and vision insurance. So dental and vision insurance is one of those things that if you haven't made it that far in your planning yet, it would be a good thing to begin considering where you would like to get those benefits from. Don't see any questions popping up, so I want to give a very big thank you to Sherry. We appreciate you being here and helping to provide some of that information. Thank you.
Sure, you're welcome.
And next, we're going to hear from Mary Speicher. She is our representative from United Concordia. And with that, I'll turn it over to Mary.
Okay, thank you very much, Mark. And thank you, everybody, for taking some time out of your schedule today to join us. I am pleased to be here. As Mark said, my name is Mary Speicher. I work very closely with PASR. I am their dedicated rep and work with them to set the dental benefits and rates for you each year. I'm pleased actually to say that United Concordia has been a dental partner with PASR for over 30 years now. And we very much value that relationship. So Some of you may be thinking, one, if you are retired, or two, if you're thinking about retiring, why would I want dental, or why should I continue with my dental coverage? Dental is a very important insurance to have because even as Sherry indicated with the vision, some of the medical conditions that we tend to get to when we are growing older can actually be detected through a dental exam. There are at least 90 diseases that can be detected, or 90%, I'm sorry, of this synthetic diseases that can be detected through the mouth. And actually going for routine dental exams, you can save up to 70% or can stop any emergency visit up by 70%. And that is based on the statistics of seeing your dentist for 2 routine cleanings a year. So some of the information that I'm going to go over today also will talk about, again, the importance. If you are newly retired or thinking about retirement, you may currently already have or should potentially already have dental insurance. But again, you would want to keep your dental insurance when you retire, and getting it through PASR, you actually can receive it at an association value rate, and also be able to choose between 2 different programs. It's very important for you to continue dental insurance because we want to keep our mouths healthy. Because if you think about it, everything that goes into your body goes through your mouth. And if your mouth is not healthy, it can lead to other medical conditions throughout your body. You can also save money by having dental insurance because through PASR program, again, these are exclusive plans and rates for PASR. Plus, you are also getting access to a large network of providers, and these providers are participating with United Concordia. So they have agreed to accept our fee schedules, and these are discounted services to you as a United Concordia member. I did indicate too that we do have a very large network. We also are a national organization. So if you are traveling and you need to see, or if you, I should say, if you are traveling or you tend to go out of the area for some time once you are retired, we call it, I guess, snowbirds, if that's still a proper term. You do have access to dental care wherever you are. We do have some great tools that are available to you that you can use through the My Dental Benefits app, that you can find out more information about your dental program and the dentists that are participating in your area. As I indicated before, through the PASR membership that you have, you actually get access to 2 programs. Both of the programs, as you can see here, are the standard and the premium plans. They're on the screen for you now and will be included in the information that you receive. Both of these plans do cover both your preventive and diagnostic or class 1 services at 100% with a participating provider. But this program is also available if you are seeing or choose to see a non-participating provider. You still will have coverage. It is considered a PPO. If you are looking to get higher coverage for your class 2 or your basic services, you can see that your premium plan is going to be the plan that you would want to take a look at. Both plans do cover for these services, but your premium plan does have a higher percentage of coverage in network for you. Class 3 services, or your major services, again, are covered by both plans, and you can have that information provided to you through PASR. One thing that we always recommend when you are looking at any type of major service, if it is going to be your provider indicates to you that it's going to be about a 200 or more value for the dental services, to ask them to have a predetermination done. A predetermination is going to be a list of all the dental services that are going to be needed for a particular procedure. It's going to then also let you know what is going to be covered by your dental insurance and what would be your co-insurance or your member responsibility. So we always recommend that you have that done so there are no dental surprises when it comes to getting the bill after that procedure. We also recommend that if you can, that you work with a participating provider. The participating provider is going to be where you get your best value. These providers, as I indicated before, and if you were able to see the video at the beginning, are providers that have agreed to our discounts or our fees. So you not only save money, but you also save time with working with a participating provider, because that participating provider will file all the claims for you and will file all the paperwork that needs to be filed for that dental coverage. As you can see, if you are seeing the video right now, the pricing is listed on the screen for you. You do have differences between the plans, as we talked a little bit about before, and some of those differences are the actual annual maximum. For the standard plan, your annual maximum is going to be $2,100, and it does not include your preventive and diagnostic or your class 1 services. And for your premium plan, it is going to be $2,500, and it also excludes class 1 services. The other thing about working with a participating provider is that if you have met or meet your annual maximum, if you're working with a participating provider and still need to have some dental services done, they, if they are considered a participating provider, will only charge you the discounts for those dental services. So services that are either above your annual maximum or services that are not covered as part of your dental program. If you have any other questions about the pricing, you can call PASR and they can talk with you about that. The next screen here will talk to you or talks a little bit about the differences between the HOP program and the dental plan. So if you have any questions on that, you can also talk more with PASR about that, or there is research available online with that. The other thing I would recommend, that once you become a PASR member and you enroll for the dental coverage, that you immediately enroll in the My Dental Benefits or set up your My Dental Benefits account so that you can follow your dental care. It is actually a program that can be downloaded to your phone, so you have it with you at all times. This is where you can monitor your explanation of benefits for any dental services that you have had done. You can check for providers. We also have wonderful wellness information out there for you as well. And there's additional information out there on the College Tuition Benefits Program, which you can use for family members to help them with the cost of college tuition. Being that you are from the education background, you can understand that having a secondary education is very important for anyone in their career today. That is pretty much what I had to go over today. If you do have any questions, again, I know Mark has asked that we put them in the chat feature. Mark, I'm not able to see that, but if anything comes through, just let me know if there's any questions. I also wanted to let you know that we do work, like I said, very closely with the staff at PASR. They are very knowledgeable about our program. Again, it's been in place for over 30 years. So after this presentation, if you do think of any questions, you can contact them directly and they will be happy to answer those for you.
And thank you very much, Mary. And we'll pause for a moment in case anybody does want to put a question into the chat function. I did want to point out just one thing, that our pricing on the dental is guaranteed right now through the end of June of this year. So if you wanted to enroll to receive a dental policy, you would have to sign up no later than May 20th in order to secure that pricing. And we did have one question pop up of who to contact about college tuition.
Sure, that's a great question. So once you are a member of United Concordia through PASR, you would actually go through your My Dental Benefits account and you would enroll for the college tuition benefit program. Once you are enrolled, then you have an account directly with Sage Scholars, and Sage Scholars is who you would direct any questions to after that. Once you are enrolled in that program, it is an automatic collection of points each year that you stay enrolled in your dental. So it's not something that you have to do anything with other than enroll in the program, and you will accumulate points that first year. And then each year that you are enrolled in the PASR program for dental insurance with United Concordia.
Thank you, Mary. And if anybody ends up with a policy and needs help navigating any of that, that's what our staff here in the office is for. We can certainly help walk you through any of those steps. And we did have Del Hossman.
Yes. So I guess it's a really fundamental question. I retired some years ago, but was still covered by my wife, who then just retired. And so I went to HOP, and then I went to MetLife and IMED, and wish I had just moved to Sweden. So IMED, doctor's appointment, bill was $65. They paid $20, I paid $45. I went for contact lenses. They're not medically necessary, so I get nothing. I then went to the dentist. Oh, you have a cavity under a bridge. That's not covered. That'll be $3,000. So I guess the fundamental question is that apparently one can have Medicare Part B and HOP as the supplemental, but then one does have choices of dental and eye. Is what I'm learning today, and both that were previewed seem to be better than what I got in connection with HOP. So how does that work?
I think you described it pretty aptly. You know, it is your choice as to where you go for your medical insurance, as well as your dental and your vision insurance. So I believe you can roll in HOP's medical insurance. That is something we do not provide, but opt out of their eye and dental insurance, and then shop around elsewhere. For instance, our programs that we're presenting here today.
Yeah.
And we can send you information on obviously how to sign up for those, and more detailed information on what's covered, what isn't, so you can make an educated decision. Again, we'll be emailing you this PowerPoint, which does offer some details on the plans. If you need more detail than what's involved here, just get in touch with us and we can certainly get you that information. But you have it right. You can shop around and choose those products from wherever you'd like to get them. And obviously there are Medicare Advantage programs where you can roll all of those into one. Anecdotally speaking, working with a lot of retirees, I find most retirees don't opt for Medicare Advantage, which then means that you're typically left having to pick up dental and vision insurance from elsewhere. Hence the reason we offer those products. Mm-hmm. So did that answer your question, Del?
Yes, it did. Yeah. Yeah.
And Mark, this is Mary. I just wanted to add one more comment, but very good explanation. I wanted to just add that, Del, you can actually have multiple coverages. My gosh, if I could talk, coverages as well. So, you may be enrolled in one dental, but you may choose also to be enrolled in the PASR program. And then from there, one would be considered primary and one would be considered secondary. So you definitely have a lot of options out there. Unfortunately, it's some homework that you must do to decide which is going to be the best program or programs for you.
Thank you.
We did have a few other questions pop up here in the chat, but I think we've been answering them in written form. Any other questions before we let Mary on her way? All right, well, thank you very much, Mary. And again, if we don't get to somebody's question or we don't fully answer, again, please email pasr@pasr.org or call our office. We'd be happy to have as much of an in-depth conversation as is necessary.
Mark, there was one from Frank. My daughter is at a state school. Would this help with her tuition? and I must be a member of PASR, correct?
Yeah, and the answer to both of those is likely yes on the school. Mary, any light to shed on that?
Yeah. I do want to shed some light on that. So the points must be accumulated and assigned to any person like your daughter or grandchild, or anybody that's eligible must be assigned and allocated to that member before the end or before the end of the 11th grade year of high school. So if she is currently already in a college or secondary education, those points would not be available to her, but you could use them, further on down the line for grandkids, nieces, nephews, etc. But it must be earned and allocated before the end of high school.
And as far as needing to be a PASR member, in order to have the United Concordia plans that we're presenting here today, you would have to join PASR in order to take advantage of the United Concordia plan, which then opens up the door to being able to earn these through Sage Scholar. Thanks for pointing that out, Sam.
All right, I'd like to introduce Tom Trispagonas, the owner of Trispagonas Insurance and Grove Wealth Management.
Hi, everyone. So thank you for having me here. I've been working in partnership with PASR roughly for the past 5 years. My partner and predecessor, who's since retired, had been in partnership with PASR for roughly another 30 years prior to that point. So it's been a long-standing relationship that we've been thrilled to be a part of. And so I'm very happy and grateful to be here with you today. And just to share this personally, so for my wife, she's a preschool teacher. My mother-in-law is a retired school teacher. And for my wife and I, we have 5 daughters at home, ranging from ages 7 to 15. So every day when I go home, it's like I'm going to my own little schoolhouse. So know that I have a deep appreciation and respect for what all of you have done, or perhaps what you're currently doing within the educational system. And again, very grateful to be a resource for you. So explicitly from the insurance and financial planning piece of it, there are several hats that I wear, so to speak, in support of PASR members. And the reason for that a lot of times is between insurance and financial planning type options, there's certainly a lot of overlap there. But one of the biggest benefits we've been able to provide historically are explicit benefits, or discounts when it comes to auto insurance and homeowners insurance. There have been several carriers that we've brokered with over the years, and in our relationships with those carriers, we've been able to leverage opportunities for PASR. And so for these carriers in particular, if you see toward the bottom of the screen, specifically with Westfield Insurance and Penn National Insurance, these are carriers that offer an explicit PASR discount as a benefit of your membership. This is something that can be applied if you happen to be an existing policyholder with either of those carriers, or if you wanted to evaluate a review of your existing coverage, perhaps with a different carrier. My agency would be happy to help with that. And certainly with the help of that discount, there may be an opportunity to offer you a better premium cost than what you're having to pay now. At the same time, whenever it comes to insurance, certainly these are contractual type policies, oftentimes with a bit of fine print, and maybe are not the easiest documents to comprehend and internalize. So know that you have our agency here as a resource at no cost, at no obligation, again, as a courtesy and a benefit of your membership, to have those policies reviewed. If you had questions, wasn't sure how a coverage might work, anything to that effect, you have that as a resource. The same thing holds true, staying in that insurance vein, relating to life insurance and long-term care type coverage. Again, this is where there begins to be a bit of an overlap between insurance and financial planning. As a benefit of your membership, know that we can help evaluate existing policies if you have questions or concerns. There have been several changes, specifically in the long-term care type industry, that we've been able to be a strong resource for. Again, it's going to be an evaluation of any existing policies, or if you are considering establishing coverage for yourself, that is something that we can provide guidance on and perhaps assist with. From that perspective, know that there are different types of long-term care policies. We would help you guide. We would help guide you on which one would make the most sense. From a retirement planning perspective, so I have our insurance agency, Trispagonas Insurance. I'm also the managing partner of Grow Wealth Management, a financial planning firm here in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, that from an investment standpoint, know that you have our services available to you as well. Traditionally speaking, whenever we're looking for an evaluation of existing assets, or if we're requesting to have perhaps an allocation strategy as to how I should invest and balance or earmark and allocate my savings moving forward for a variety of different financial goals, any advisor in my position would normally have either an hourly rate or a consultation type fee without me or an advisor doing anything for you, just purely offering that in-depth review and analysis, which oftentimes includes reviewing historical performance, projecting hypothetically how this is going to perform moving forward in relation to different changes in the market. Again, there's normally an expense that goes along with that service. Know that this is something that our office provides for you as a product of your membership at no cost. Again, no obligation. You have no impetus to have me as an advisor. Again, I'd be purely available as a resource to evaluate, review, and offer guidance to say everything looks to be in good shape based on what your goals are and what we're trying to accomplish, or it might make sense to have certain aspects rebalanced, accounting for what we might be comfortable with from a risk tolerance perspective, having certain tax sensitivities being part of that conversation as well. And then again, establishing certain financial goals if this is an asset that we're looking to supplement for our cost of living. Perhaps this is something that we're earmarking by way of an inheritance. Maybe we have philanthropic type ambitions as to what we want that money to go toward. Certainly if we want to have money accounted for any potential care needs, all of that comes into the equation. And again, I would be able to help guide you through that. This would be an in-person consultation at your request. I'd be happy to come sit face-to-face, either for myself or any of our advisors, to provide that hands-on type of support and advice. And that's really it. Can I answer any questions for anyone?
Moment, I'm not seeing anything pop up, but while we wait, I hope we can probably use the moment of silence for Tom heading home to 5 preteen and teen daughters. I know just hearing that gave me a bit of agita. So, hats off, Tom.
Yeah, it's new territory. In years past, when they were younger, certainly as a father, I could say, okay, well, team, this is what we're doing. As we come into these preteen type stages, for whatever reason, I'm sure everybody can appreciate. Everyone happens to have their own opinions on what we're doing, or what we're eating, or where we're going, and always a fun time.
Thank you very much.
I, at the moment, am not seeing any questions pop up. So thank you very much, Tom, for partnering with us and for your presenting here today. We appreciate it. And moving forward a bit, just to offer a little clarification on PASR. We do offer memberships of different forms. An active member in our association is basically anybody who is an annuitant of the PASR's retirement system. However, anybody can become a member of PASR. Somebody who is not an annuitant can become what we call an associate member, and they receive all the same benefits and all the same opportunities are available to them as an active member. In addition to that, again, we operate on both a state level and a local level, what we call chapter level. And state membership is a requirement in order to take advantage of any of the benefits that we've presented on here today or that you see on our website. And it costs $60 a year, or you can purchase 3 years for $150. So you get a slight discount there for paying for 3 years. We also have half-life memberships, lifetime memberships available, which again, if you reach out to us, we can explain those in more detail. Chapter memberships, again, if you wanted to get more involved in those community service projects, more social gatherings, those types of things that our chapters get involved with, you can find your local chapter information through our website, or again, call into our office, we can help with that. And chapter memberships range anywhere from usually $5 to $25 for the chapter. And almost all of that money goes towards supporting things like offering scholarships, teachers grants, the community service project. So even when you do that money, it's doing good in your local community. The chapter membership, however, alone does not allow for you to take advantage of the insurance products and the other benefits that we have presented on here today. So in order, again, to take advantage of those benefits, you would have to be a state member. So you have the choice to join one or the other or both. Obviously, we would strongly advocate that you opt to join both. And we know we went through some of this information quickly. Some of it was in kind of smaller, hard to read font. But again, you will be getting a recording of this and a copy of the PowerPoint. And that should get to your inbox by later this afternoon. So we just want to take a moment to, again, thank everybody for attending this afternoon or this morning, and to thank all three of our presenters. We greatly appreciate everybody's time. So thank you all very much, and we hope to be in touch with you very soon. Thank you.